What's up everybody, Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. Today we're checking out the Rocket Bunny Corvette Stingray. We're going to show you the stage 5 shift pattern, the stage 6 shift pattern where it's maxed out. And then we're going to do a little review on the car, tell you if there's a live racing setup and all that good stuff. Thank you to Nitro for CSR for letting me use your account so I can make videos like this. I don't have this maxed out on my account yet, but thanks Nitro. Alright, link to his channel in this description. So if you've got the car 100% maxed out, this is how you're going to tune it. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Alright, go do that right now if you haven't already. That would be a big help to me. Thank you. So nitrous at 222 4.0. So basically crank the nitrous all the way to the right. Final drive all the way up to 5.0. And tire pressure at 11 psi. Remember, this one has all the stage 6 and all the fusions, and we'll show you stage 5 in a minute. But on a completely maxed out car, you're going to let go of the gas right around number 1 to launch, instantly shift into second gear. Alright, third gear right around 3,000 RPMs, all good shifts after that, and nitrous on 5th. So 3, 2, 1, let go. Second, third, 4th, 5th in nitrous, 6th, 7th, 8th, and that one's really easy to drive, guys. This one's actually really easy to drive. We got a 10.290. World record time is about a 10.238. So we're getting pretty close. Those world record times are very hard to hit. So let's go ahead and show you how to do this on stage 5. We'll do a okay, so we've got the car set back to stage 5 parts only with all the fusions. All right. We've tuned it a little differently, and we're going to shift it just a little bit differently as well. So this is the shift and tune for stage 5. Nitrous 150 and 2.9. Final drive still at 5.0. Tire pressure is 10 psi. And we got a 6 and a 94 up there. All right, so that's how you're going to tune this. Again, if you haven't hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, please consider doing that now. So in order to drive this, we're pretty much going to do the same thing. Only difference is we're going to hit nitrous on 3rd gear instead of 5th gear. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. Second, 3rd nitrous, 4th, 5th, 6th, and it definitely runs better on stage 5. 7th, if you hit nitrous in 3rd instead of 5th, like we did when the car was 100% maxed out. Then we got a 12.443. The last one was a 12.435. So it does pretty good. I mean, that's not bad for a stage 5 car on tier 4. We still got up over 1200 Evo and all that stuff. So now we're going to go ahead and do a little review on the car. So we're going to let you guys know what this car is good for. We'll talk about top speed, 0 to 100, 0 to 60, Tempest races, all that good stuff. So we'll let you know if this thing's worth upgrading, guys. And I'm also going to show you guys a live racing setup for this car, which should probably be pretty decent, all right? It's sort of a lower performance point, over 1000 Evo setup, so you don't have to have it all fully maxed out to stage 5. You don't need any stage 6, and it should do pretty decent in live racing. But first off, will this car beat Tempest, guys? Will this car beat Tempest? So bottom line, this is not a good choice for the Tempest races. All right, it struggles a little bit with the 0 to 60 and 0 to 100 times. For example, for Tempest 3 tier 4, well, you got to hit 0 to 60 in something like a 1.3, and this is doing it in a 1.6 something. So it's going to struggle with this. Now, it does have the top speed completely maxed out. It's fast enough to beat the boss, and it's got high enough top speed to get through Tempest, but it just can't do those sprint races with the 0 to 60s or 0 to 100s very well. So, no, not a good choice for Tempest races, guys. Top speed is 291 miles per hour, which is pretty decent. All right, 0 to 60 is around 1.6. 0 to 100 is around 2.6. All right, so those are the speeds on the car when you max it out. Now we're going to try to set this car up for live racing, right? We're going to tune it differently. We're going to shift it differently. And we're going to try and make it win live races without beating the dyno time, so it doesn't continue to get pushed into faster and faster and faster lobbies. This type of setup is great. We call it low performance point high evo. Generally, we like to see 3 times more evo than performance points, which we did not get on this car, but we did still get up over 1,000 evo points, meaning this car should perform not sometimes amazing, sometimes pretty good. So this should be a very nice live racing setup. As long as you're not beating dyno and winning live races, you'll always stay in the same lobby, and then you won't have to reset the car. All right, these are the upgrades you have to have installed to make this work. Body has to be on stage 5. Tires have to be on stage 4. Transmission, stage 4. Engine, stage 4. Turbo, stage 4. Intake, stage 4. Nitrous on stage 2, body on stage 5, tires on stage 4. So basically everything is on stage 4 except for bodies on 5 and nitrous is on 2. All right, you gotta do it like this. Fill up all those parts with fusions, and this thing should do very well in live racing. All right, let's go ahead and show you how to shift it now. And this does give us a dyno time of around 13.828. So what we want to do is get as close to that as we possibly can, okay? You don't want to run over 13.828, but you don't want to run too much slower than it either. So you want to get as close as possible without beating that dyno time. In that way, the car will not get pushed, all right? It'll stay in the same lobby and probably win the majority of the live races, or at least a good number of them. All right, so this is how we're going to shift it, guys. We're just going to do a really basic shift pattern. All right, no early shifts, nothing special, just a straight up shift pattern, right? Nitrous on second, or maybe try third. We'll see what happens, but 3, 2, 1, let go. All right, second and nitrous, third, fourth. And you can play with which gear you hit the nitrous in, but this should get us very close to the dyno time. And if this car works out like most cars normally do on these lower performance point tunes, it should probably win live races without beating the dyno. All right, this one's a little iffy. It may or may not do super well, but give it a try. Give it a try with this setup. It may surprise you. All right, like I said, generally we look for 3 times the amount of Evo as performance points, which this one doesn't have, but a lot of times these cars that you can still do this with and get over 1,000 Evo still perform very well. Not always, but usually. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, let's try nitrous on third this time and see if that's faster. But we want to get as close to that dyno time as possible without beating it. All right, it's very important not to beat the dyno time on this type of live racing sub. There we got a 13.7. So right there we actually beat the dyno. So if you want to hit nitrous on third, it will beat the dyno time, and you can always slow down just a little bit before you cross the finish line. But when you beat dyno and you live race, the car will get pushed into the faster lobbies. So bottom line, it's a pretty cool car, right? It's a pretty cool car overall. And it looks like this is probably the 56th fastest car in the game as far as tier 4 goes. So it's not one of the faster cars and all, but it's pretty nice, all right? Is it worth upgrading? Sorta. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna upgrade it so I can run the Prestige Cup this season. At the time of making this video, this is a Prestige Cup car, and if it wasn't for that, I probably would not upgrade this, okay? I've got many better tier 4 cars that perform great for live racing and this and that and the other thing, where this one is just kind of a all-around okay car, nothing too special. It is a dyno beater though. That's the one thing that's going for, is it does beat dyno by a little bit, and you can probably tune it to beat dyno by even more if you want. So bottom line, very cool car, looks awesome, not too bad, okay? Nice car, nothing too terribly special. Upgrade it if you need it for something. If you don't, leave it sitting around. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, lighten it out. Have an awesome day, guys. You're awesome.